Okay, let's do this thing. AEW Dynamite 2-year anniversary show tonight. A very loaded show they got going on tonight for AEW, and a lot of surprises too in a way. Also, in some announcements. Philadelphia they were in tonight. Philly. We do kick it off though with I guess everybody in the ring, no entrances, but the super elite of Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Adam Cole versus Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and whatnot. Basically, this was just a way to, eat up time. It was a spot fest, okay? That's all I could really say about this match. It was a spot fest. It was all over the place. Obviously, the referee's not going to take any type of control over this. And honestly, when you think about it, this is almost kind of the same match we saw on Rampage not that long ago. The only difference is that Omega and Danielson were involved, because before we saw Cole and the Bucks versus, the Jungle Express and Christian Cage. The only difference is that two more people were added to this match. Okay, so and whatnot. But yeah, it's just it's nothing really much to say. I know Cage was taken out during the match due to the whole Meltzer driver thing. It looked like I think he was gone after that, but like I said, it's nothing much I could say from this match, okay? It's a spot fest, all right? Either you're going to like it or you're not going to like it. And it's the same thing we saw on Rampage not that long ago. They ate up almost, 20 minutes of time to start off this whole thing, and they didn't even get any entrances also. So, yeah, it was a spot fest. Nothing much to say from here. But yeah, same thing I saw on Rampage not that long ago. Next, though, CM Punk came out. CM Punk once again jumping into the crowd, just enjoying the whole love fest that's going on still. And people are chanting his name. He said, "Y'all tired of me yet?" And he wants to keep this whole thing going. And even he's got his new Jordans and whatnot. I think me and him have the same Jordan shoes, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not gonna go pull them out right now, but yeah, me and Punk got the same shoes. And he talked about he came from humble beginnings in Chicago. He moved to Philly for a few years and talked about how everything he did just revolved around just wrestling and whatnot. From wrestling on a Wednesday to a Friday, to training guys in wrestling and whatnot. And Philly has always been special to him. And, we could buy some, some cheesesteaks or some cheesecakes and whatnot. Whatever he said was a cheesesteak. But, he says, I like to go buy, you guys some cheesesteaks, since I'm going to wrestle them. You guys need to go buy some for yourselves. But Punk basically, talked about he called out Daniel Garcia for a match on Rampage, which I'm sure this is taped. And he said, "Let's go. Let's do this thing." And, before he actually left, he even gave a kid that was dressed like Orange Cassidy his shoes, which I'm sure cost about maybe $300 to $500, depending. But I paid mine cheaper, though. Probably had a good deal on it. That kid will probably not make it out alive of Philadelphia without someone trying to steal those shoes. Then again, can that kid even fit the shoes? I'm sure he'll keep it as a great souvenir and whatnot, and not go sell it on eBay. But it's a nice gesture from CM Punk, especially just to give out his kicks to a random kid at ringside. So it was a nice thing and whatnot. But I guess he's done with battling Team Taz after only battling one member of Team Taz and not going through the whole crew. He just, all right, I'm going to fight Daniel Garcia now on Rampage just because. So, yeah, CM Punk will be back on Rampage this Friday. But next, though, we go to Arn Anderson, who's in front of Cody's house with a trash can fire, asking him how he's, what he's doing. Cody comes from the balcony for some reason. And Arn says, "You're not a really good wrestler right now." And he told Cody to give him his tie. Why don't you just paint a star on your face and, everything will be cool. A Stardust shot. We all know what that's directed at. But Cody told me, I don't need to throw this away. But Arn basically, took it out of his hand. So it's like, throw it. You threw us away, damn it. Honestly, I was expecting Arn Anderson to, pull up the Glock, put it to Cody's forehead. I'm not saying he's going to, spray his whole brains out in front of his house and whatnot. But that's the new thing with Arn Anderson right now. You must pull the Glock out. And maybe that's what he want to do, pull the Glock out. So Cody, I guess he's going through some transformation right now, which I don't know. Maybe he'll be the Dark Cody. He's got to get paid back on Malachi. So he's got to go, I don't know, to the dark side or transform or whatever ritual they were trying to put on with Cody right here. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Next, though, TNT title on the line. Sammy Guevara versus Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish, he did call out Guevara on Twitter last week. Bobby Fish, he did come out to his Red Dragon music from Ring of Honor and whatnot, so that was cool to see. I don't know if Bobby Fish is actually signed with the company. I know he's on MLW right now. He did say he was going to be there too, so maybe, I don't know, this may be a one-time deal. I don't know, but maybe Bobby Fish will be back in the future soon. A very good match, though, between him and Guevara. Guevara did hit the GTH. Man, Fish hit that knee real hard. He ate all of that, and Guevara got the win, but it was a nice match, though, to see on there. Next thing you know, Dan Lambert, American Top Team, came out there with Scorpio Sky. I was wondering Ethan Page is. I did not know he had a kid recently, or maybe today, so that's why he wasn't at there. But they ended up beating up Guevara. Fuego del Sol came out, and he got beat. Next, Chris Jericho and JK are LAX with him for some reason of the Inner Circle, which I thought this looked ridiculous in a way. So let me get this straight. Jericho has to have this huge pyro entrance just to do a run-in, and they keep playing the music through the whole little run-in fight, and Lambert says enough of that stupid song, and then everyone just starts singing along to Chris Jericho's Judas song and whatnot, of course, and Lambert's still trying to cut his promo. Fans telling him, shut the fuck up. But listen, man, how about we challenge y'all, Junior DeSantos, Ethan Page, and Scorpio Sky. He's going to have Jorge Masvidal as his bodyguard when they go to Miami in the next few weeks. Jericho says, listen, I don't know what you just said. I know his first mic went out. But we're going to beat the living shit out of you and your dipshit team. And Lambert says, we'll see him in Miami. I like I said, I get they built the match going into Miami, but man, I just thought it looked ridiculous when the pyro. Why did he need pyro for a run-in and the music to keep playing? I get it was for the people to sing along to the song, and the crowd was over big time right here. The crowd was loud, but I thought a lot of that was unnecessary though at the same time too. Okay, but where's LAX? Why didn't they come out? Where is all the Inner Circle right now? Next, the Acclaimed. I guess they have a title shot against the Lucha Brothers, which the Lucha Brothers look like they defend those titles every week nowadays, on Rampage or on Dynamite. I didn't know the Acclaim were the top tag team. Maybe they just beat a whole bunch of job teams on Dark. I'm just going to assume that. I did find it funny when Bowens did say, Scooby-Doo villain looking asses and whatnot. That was pretty good. But, Caster, I'm sure they have to, censor his raps right now. He can't say much, or, he's going to offend the wrong crowd and whatnot, the the PC crowd and whatnot. So I'm sure they have to watch his raps. There you go. Yeah, they really did fuck the Acclaim up doing that. But next, Tony Schiavone was in the ring, and it was going to be a big announcement. As everybody knows, AEW Dynamite will be going to TBS in January. So now we need a TBS title, which honestly I thought they were just going to throw the TNT title away and just put a TBS title just to replace it, but now it's going to be for the women. So the women now have a mid-card title. There will be a tournament for this title coming up, which, I'm not mad at that. The title itself, it's just like the TNT. It just got TBS on it. It's got a little blue lining and stuff. It's okay. It's not a bad belt or anything. It's a mid-card. At least it gives the women something to do, because the only time you're going to have a feud that people care about if it's for the actual championship against Britt Baker, okay? But if ask me, I'm sure I feel like Jade will win the title. I don't know why. I just feel like Jade's gonna win it. Okay, so I could see her winning the belt, or it's gonna be the workhorse title. We'll get to the more of the women in a second, but the belt though, I get it. I don't, some would think, do they really need another title for the women right now? I'm glad it's not tag titles, even though they've been pairing up a lot of women. But listen, the women's division's still bad. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's gotten that great, okay? It's still the shits, okay? I will sit there and admit that right now. It's gotten slightly better through time, but a lot of it is still very, very bad. Some people have gotten better, but a lot of them are still the shits, okay? So I kind of wonder, do we need another title, though? We had a pre-tape promo, or sit-down interview with JR and Darby Allin. Darby talked about MJF talking about his uncle and whatnot, who died in a drunk driving accident, and talking about he wears his face paint half, 50%, because some of him is still dead inside, and he's faced death that day, and he's not going to let MJF beat him, mentally or physically. Darby then went against Nick Camarata, which was basically a squash match. I have nothing much to say from this, but it was a squash match. Darby won. QT Marshall got in the ring. He hit a diamond cutter on Sting. Wow, I wonder how DDP feels right now since DDP let QT use that move. I'm sure if DDP did on WCW, Sting would be down and the pin would have happened. He would have won the title. But yeah, Sting no-sold the diamond cutter. He got right back up. He kicked QT and then gave him a scorpion death drop. So yeah, Sting basically killed this guy out here. They went to the Dark Order, talking about something. Something about bald beard. I don't even know what they were talking about. Dark Order. Dante Martin was in the ring talking about, he's been a problem in the locker room, for the past few months. He's giving Kenny Omega a run for his money, and he says he'll fight anybody in that locker room, whatever they can bring him. Next thing you know, the lights go out. They go back on. Malachi Black is in the ring. He took off his giant skull mask. He spat some mist into Dante Martin. And they hit his black mask kick on him, and the lights went out again for some reason, and Dante Martin disappeared. But he just rolled to the ringside, and Black said the House of Black accepts. So, that should be a good match. Ricky Starks was in the ring with the FTW title, talking about the history of this belt in Philly, ECW country. And, talked about Brian Cage, that he didn't show up for work. He's trying to a Philadelphia street fight. Cage did come out and attack until the rest of the Team Taz got him out of there. But yeah, this Friday we will have Starks versus Cage in a Philadelphia street fight. Hikaru Shida went against Serena Deeb. If but if Hikaru Shida could get her 50th win, she'll get a little bit of a trophy with it too. This was a very good match. I know we haven't seen these two on TV in a while. This wasn't bad. The crowd felt like the crowd just kind of fell off right here. But I did like this match. Deeb, I was actually surprised to see win and even tap out Hikaru Shida right there. And even taking the trophy, hit her in the head with it. So maybe could we get another story going on with the women other than one? Maybe. And maybe this one will be interesting. But I was surprised that Deeb got the win right here. So I guess Deeb is a heel right now again. But yeah, I actually thought Shida was just going to go over right here. Get her 50th win. Darby Allin looks like he was about to leave until some hooded people came up and attacked him, exiting a limo. It basically was MJF, the entire Pinnacle, beating the hell out of Darby Allin and leaving him for dead. A good beat now, no. Lio Rush cut a promo talking about Dante Martin. So he's, saying he's a smart businessman. He needs to come with me. I give you the guidance to get to the money. So, Lio Rush, folks, will he retire again? I don't know. In the main event, though, well, I guess they didn't want the Baker saying, all you jealous bitches in the back can fight amongst yourselves and don't focus on me. I'm going to be watching from the top. But in the main event, though, the casino ladder match, this would have been on pay-per-view if you ask me. Pac versus Andrade versus Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer versus Orange Cassidy versus Matt Hardy and the Joker. The Joker in this ladder match. We did start off with Cassidy and Pac at first. Next was Andrade. I feel like I forget he's there half the time. Matt Hardy was next. The master of the ladders, I should say, since he has the most experience. Hardy Boys. Lance Archer was out there next. Taking out everybody. Jon Moxley was the sixth guy, which, I will say this about Jon Moxley right now. After watching the Dark Side of the Ring FMW Onita thing, now I see why he uses Wild Thing and had that exploding death match finish thing with Kingston. Now I see why. But, Mox and Archer did fight through the crowd, though, and whatnot. Crazy spots, though. The seventh person coming out, though, the Joker, was Hangman Page. We have not seen Hangman in many, many months. He got a huge pop coming out there. Fans chanting cowboy shit and whatnot. Hangman just went in, taking out everybody out there. Mox, from Cassidy to Matt Hardy, just throwing folks, even knocking, or it was a Pac Andrade, but I know he knocked Andrade off one of the ladders up top and, but landing on top of the ladder. Page even hitting a big dead eye on the table off the ladder in the ring. That looked deadly, okay? That looked very deadly out there. Mox tried to go for the casino chip. Cassidy stopped him. Hardy knocked him over. Matt Hardy put him on the table. Matt Hardy did his classic, of course, leg drop off the ladder onto the table. That looked deadly itself. A lot of crazy spots in the end of this whole match. Very rough, too. But Hangman came back in, hit the buckshot on the Lance Archer. He started climbing the ladder. Mox hit him with a chair. He started climbing it then. Page knocked him back, and Mox fell off the ladder. Page pulled the chip and won the match. So yes, Hangman Page will get a future world title shot at Kenny Omega. Like I said, I know we haven't seen Hangman in a while. Some would say if he would even still be considered in the title picture, given the recent people they signed in the past few months, especially from Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole right now. It's loaded right now in the world title picture. But Hangman has proved that he's still in there. And, I didn't watch much. I had to, go back and, once again, they got baiting you into watching Cody and Brandy's show that we did get an interview from him saying, listen, we all know Hangman has had a kid and whatnot. Apparently, he did request more time. Like, man, how much time did he need off? But he did show, photos money on his phone, and now he's back. I did like the graphic when he came out. It said finally showed up to work. He finally showed up to work. So, yeah, Hangman Page is back, folks, and he will get a title shot at some point in time. But this wasn't a bad 2-year anniversary show. Crazy, October, 2 years of AEW at this point. But yes, from Hangman Page returning to the Casino Battle Royale to the announcement of the TBS title. Not a bad show and some announcements, and we'll see what happens this Friday on Rampage also, especially with Punk versus Garcia, another match. I don't remember them all at the top of my head other than the Philadelphia Street Fight. But not a bad show, though, for AEW tonight, okay? Pretty enjoyable. But other than that, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Peace out.